This week is Parshas Metzorah, Tazria-Metzorah to be precise, and it deals with a disease called tsaras. The person has it is it's called disease Metzorah, often translated as leprosy, and in it the person has a spot on his typically on his skin, but it can also be on a garment or a building, and it's either ugly or it's protruding or it's bright. If he has that spot, he must be examined by a Kohen who will decide whether it's just simply a discoloration, which means nothing, or whether it's a type of leprosy that requires that he can just simply take a bath and then go away, he's fine after that, or whether it's a malignant leprosy, in which case he basically has to be ostracized and denigrated, stigmatized. And to be the more serious type of leprosy, it either has to look like it's going below the skin, looks deep, or if upon examination it spreads. The disease does not cause the person any pain, and it is not a disabling disease. Simply something that if people see it, it arouses suspicions of them. And the idea of a nega, at least in Jewish literature, is that it's a sign that a person has done something wrong. He's violated the Torah. The clearest example, or a clear example, is in Psalm 89, 31 to 33. It says, if your sons ever forsake my Torah, and in my laws they will not walk, if my wishes they profane, and my commandments they don't keep, then I will punish them with the rod and with negaim, shall we say knocks or stripes. I will punish their iniquity. So it's a spiritual disorder. What you have in the Gemara is a story of three Kohanim, and one of them they're talking about the gifts that they give, generally food portions, and one of them says, I got one that was like a bean, meaning the size of the bean, very small. The other one says, I got one that was like an olive. And the third one says, I got one that was like a lizard tail. And when he says that, it arouses suspicions, and they examined him, and they found that he had a pasul in his lineage. The idea is that his use of crass language was a tip-off. And this is what we're talking about in terms of tip-offs. That you could have somebody who's doing all sorts of bad things. He has a horrible attitude and a horrible mentality, but he's very good at keeping it concealed under wraps. But nevertheless, something shows up. Or you could have another person who may be very blatant about these things, but because he's amusing, people will lionize him and imitate him. And as a result of that, you get get this sore or you get this tip-off that says, no, this guy really is bad, or it blows the whistle on him. Now we know he's bad. The Chumash will talk about the purification of a leper, where it's basically once it heals, it means he has to symbolize things symbolizing his intellect, his actions, his direction. But for this, it's saying that for the average person, as long as he is like this, that we have to expel him from our midst and disgrace him. Okay, and what the Chumash is coming to say is that there are going to be times when you do have bad people, and they may be very clever or surreptitious or amusing about what they're doing, but nevertheless, there will be tip-offs to let us know what they're really like, and if it is examined by an experienced expert, we will know that this is not the type of person we wish to associate with, and that this is not the type of person that we should respect.